Good morning, Sagittarius. Happy Tuesday. Sagittarius. Whole lot of cards for the same message. Welcome to the daily message, and this is just a message that you're meant to hear today. It doesn't necessarily mean it's something that's going to play out today, but you're supposed to see it for some reason. Sagittarius. Yes, and thank you for being here. I know that summer is a time in which people definitely aren't online as much. So I really appreciate that you are stopping by to give me love. So Sagittarius, let's get into it. If you're looking for personals, check out the description box. You can find it there. I am running a special until the end of June for surprises coming your way. And so, you might want to check that out. It's like 40% off. So, good deal. So, Sagittarius, look, Sag. We have Saturn is going into retrograde on Saturday. Saturn retrogrades are kind of the worst. But, they're good for us, right? So let's take a look at it. Something is definitely unfolding, Sag. And let me just say that 222 showed up. And that does really have to do with relationships. It also has to do with worries and patience. And it really kind of asks you to show patience with your situation, Usually I find that we see 222 when there is someone coming back into our life. It can be a soulmate number. Also, we tend to see it when we're worried about something. And I feel like when your guides want you to just say, hey, look, just this too shall pass, right? So that's just a clue. So, I always say whenever you see the numbers, check in with what's on your mind or what's going on. It will, because it's an answer. It's not, I don't think of the angel numbers as something that is necessarily coming so much as it's an answer to the energy that is, surrounding you. So, that being said, I feel like now you may look at this and you may say, oh, no way, no way. But I will tell you that this is actually a gift to you. I don't know how exactly, but it is. So underneath the deck was the Page of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, the Five of Wands, and the Nine of Cups. So this is definitely talking about someone that you had discord with. And it could be, this would be someone who is probably more practical than you. And had the Page of Pentacles, I always think is someone who's still learning life lessons. And, it feels like this person, you were directly connected to their life lessons. And it really had to do with, in my opinion, this person was supposed to learn a lesson about, maybe even about selfishness with the Nine of Cups being here. Because that can really say that. Thinking of themselves and not specifically I don't even think this was a full-blown fight, I hate you, screw you. I don't feel like it was that. I feel it's that you tried to help this person see some things about themselves and they just weren't ready to see it. And so that could be changing because you're definitely finding out something. Okay. The wondrous universe, surrendering to the journey. And I always think this is very Six of Swords energy, but with the Lantern being there, which highly, you know, makes me think about the Hermit. And so I feel like there may be some things about your past that are coming to light that you didn't expect. And that would definitely be whoever this is, right? And the twos in tarot tend to really represent our path and planning for our path, and also being at a crossroads, and I feel like when this unfolds to you, you may feel like, I don't know, I don't understand what this is about. You asked me to focus on my priorities, and that's what I've been doing. I've been very busy thinking about, obstacles I need to overcome, how to get where I want to go, and then you bring this into me, and I don't know, what to do with it. But this is actually a gift to you, Sag, and that may be something that doesn't become instantly apparent to you. If you watch last night's reading, I believe this is the same person, to be quite honest with you. So we're seeing the Knight of Swords, the High Priestess, and the Nine of Cups. Like, there's so much Nine of Cups energy, meaning this actually is going to make you happy. I mean, I feel like this would be someone that you don't hate them, really. You might have felt like they hated you, to be honest with you, because they seem to have a huge problem with you. But I think that's more about they didn't really want to do anything about whatever it was that they were needing to grow from. And, there's something changing here. I feel like this person, in terms of whatever went down between you and them, I feel like you didn't know. I feel like you didn't really understand it. And it's going to become clear to you because there's information that you don't have, Sag. Definitely. Because even in the area of what you don't know is the Queen of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Devil. I feel like you just really kind of exposed this person. I feel like you said something about the way that they do things, and it triggered this person. So I feel like this is probably what they're going to come and tell you, is that they reacted in a sensitive way, for sure, because they weren't really ready to work on their karmic energy. But they've been thinking about it like a lot. And I feel like they kind of have been working on it. And it's really interesting for me because I feel like this is someone that you were really on the same page with, like you, team spirit. Like, this is definitely about communication, right? You were really, like, I feel like you really weren't really understanding what happened here, and it wasn't good, Sag. Because curse is here, so there was a problem. Joy, love, surprise is reversed, and it's like this person, at one point they were very supportive of you in everything. Like, there was something, and then all of a sudden it turned really ugly. Like, it turned ugly, and I feel like you don't really understand why. Now, I will tell you one thing. I always look at what doesn't show up, okay? There is a lot of Cancer energy here, so there really can be something happening this month, particularly during Cancer season, when it comes to this person. But I will tell you that it's a lot of wands, a lot of swords, um, not a lot of cups, except for the Nine of Cups. And definitely absent is the Two of Cups. So I don't think at this point, I feel like you're just finding stuff out. I don't feel as if there isn't like, I mean, we'll see, more of the cards, but I don't feel as if there's a coming together yet. You know, it just may be informative for you, which is interesting because I feel like with the Six of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles, they it's like they want to help you now, when you don't really need them, or maybe you think you don't need them, but I feel like this person has resources maybe that you need. And they were really on this mission of working on confidence too. And that may have been like really part of this person's issue. But they dipped out. I don't know what happened, but the Four of Swords, they dipped out. And the Nine of Wands, geez, like this person just like pulled back everything. It's almost like at one point they were your biggest supporter, and then the next day, nothing. Nothing, no notice, no nothing, no conversation, nothing. And, I feel like at this point, you're not sure whether this person is friend or foe. Like, you don't know. Like, you're like, I don't know if you're my enemy or you're my friend. Because if you can just do that, if love just exits the building with no explanation, so you're definitely very wary, definitely wary. I feel like you've possibly been through a lot with this person. They've definitely, I feel like part of what they're telling you is that it was family related. The Ten of Cups is reversed here as well. I was actually hearing that they, especially if this person lives near their family or something, they have had like a break of ties with family. And I don't know what that's about exactly, but it does feel that way. It does feel like something dramatic happened with family for this person. Oh boy. Oh me, oh my, right? Okay. Well, so I do feel as if they're going to talk to you. I do. And I do kind of feel like, there may be you wondering whether this is even important to you. But let's get on with it. Because, you're showing up as the Chariot. That's what you're most concerned with. You want to move forward. That is where you're at. And, it's so funny because there is a lot of Cancer energy here. And that is basically, well, that's the season we're in, right? I do feel like this person probably is very sensitive, Mm-mm-mm. And what's working for you is the Nine of Wands, is that you're going to take a minute, and it can be possibly what you've learned over time is about, I'm not going to judge this right now. I'm not going to do anything about it right now. I am going to, because you've very much learned how to protect your energy, So that's basically like you know when to retreat, to be honest. And I do feel like you're listening, but I don't think that you're making a decision about it, because the Two of Swords is here. I feel like you don't know what decision to make. It's like the Two of Swords is being of two minds. Maybe on the one hand, you'd really like for this person to return to the fold because you were very, and this does feel like friendship, I will tell you that. Especially since there really isn't a whole lot going on in the cup department for me. So you may be, you know, you may be like, that's the inner conflict. Do I let this person back in or not? And, maybe you think there's things still left to be seen with the Two of Swords being here, because the Two of Swords tends to deal with what we don't see. And so I kind of feel like that's the reason why you don't immediately make a decision. Now, the takeaway is that you've been really focused on moving into a new life, right? The Knight of Wands and the Two of Wands. And so, like, Spirit is kind of saying, does this fit into your new life, right? And with the Two of Wands, we're planning for the future. We're getting out of our comfort zone for real. It's also about getting on the same page, and it's asking you, is it worth to you to get on the same page? Is this the direction that you're going? So that was very interesting to me, Sag. So let's take a look at the Knight of Wands and the Two of Wands. Judgment. Okay. The Knight of Wands and the Two. What is Sag deciding? Knight of Wands and the Two of Wands. Four of Cups. Knight of Wands and the Two of Wands. Three of Swords. You might be deciding on healing, because with Judgment, there's forgiveness. In order for you to actually fit this person back into your life, that you have to forgive what they did. It looks like you're making that decision, and this is 10-10. This is completion. Very interesting. I know people are going to fight me. I know people are going to fight. Oh, wait. We've exposed her again. So why does the Nine of Cups keep showing up? Ace of Swords. Why does the Nine of Cups keep showing up? Oh, geez, it flew. Urgh. Why does the Nine of Cups keep showing up? Strength. Okay. Eight of Wands. That's a positive change, and that's overcoming an obstacle. And it's interesting because I feel like the Nine of Cups shows up for you and this person. And there is a clearing of the air here. What is Strength about? Eight of Swords. This has come in what is Strength about? Boy, 8. So many 8s. 888 too. Not even sure what 888 is. Which is, I think it's intuition. Oh. Wow, okay. I mean, you keep seeing the Nine of Cups because on some level, this situation has caused some sort of heart blockage. Right? And this helps. There's a lot of honesty going on as well. So why does 222 keep showing up? 222. Oh, the Wheel of Fortune. The universe is bringing you this. For healing and answers. Oh, and a fresh start. Now, I mean, that could mean a fresh start with this person, or it can just mean a fresh start where your heart is open. You know, whether that's for this person or, you know, someone else or whatever. But I feel like this really kind of affected you in the heart space, and it will help. It will help, Sagittarius. I know this is very specific, Sagittarius. Very specific. Okay, Sagittarius. So in the mystery, is imprisonment is reversed with thief, poverty, and message. There is a completion here. And this is in terms of something is reversing, like a blockage is being removed in terms of something you feel was taken from you. You know, it could mean anything. But we'll look at, you know, that in the extended reading naturally. And what you need to focus on is how strong you are, how loyal you are, right? And, you know, really about your intuition in terms of sensing who is loyal to you. And that means you may need to take a step back. Maybe it's in this situation, you know, is this person telling the truth? Can this person be loyal to you? And, you know, outside the box solutions is here as well. So you may also be taking the time to take a step back to figure out what you're loyal to. You know, with all that you've been through, and especially if you're going through a hard time, this is about innovative solutions. Like if something is really worth it to you, you're being called to find a different way to work things out than maybe you would have before. Okay. Trust your intuition, Sag. Trust your intuition. So, you know, let's see what you're learning. What is Sagittarius learning? Learning. What's the lesson, Sag? Isn't there always a lesson? What's the lesson for... Okay. Release your guilt. Interesting. What is the lesson? So it could be in this situation that you felt like you did something. And this conversation will close that off, right? Make the change. You know, you're not the same person you were. And I feel like that's part of it too. I feel like that's part of this whole thing. Okie dokie, let's get a mantra. What is the mantra for Sagittarius today? Remember, you can take this mantra with you. You know, say it all day. It might help you. So in the extended, I'm going to look at this situation and what becomes of it. Also, you know, who this person may be to you. And we're going to see. If you think that's something you're interested in, check it out. So what is the mantra for Sagittarius? Oh, okay. My high vibe thoughts create health in my body, peace in my mind, and love in my heart. Okay, I heard that. All is well, Sag. So have the best day ever. Toodles.